Hey Amarillo, I'm Skylar Gallup, and you're listening to Hey Amarillo, the interview podcast featuring some of the most interesting people and stories of Amarillo, Texas. We record every week at Amarillo College's Innovation Outpost. The IO supports education, workforce development, and industry growth by inspiring and facilitating innovation in the Texas Panhandle. Today's guest is Delvin Wilson, and I hope you're not listening hungry because this episode is about some real good food. Yes, Delvin puts the Delvin in Delvin's, a beloved barbecue restaurant in North Amarillo that not only fills the stomachs, but feeds the heart of our city's North Heights neighborhood and beyond. Delvin's journey to where he currently mans the grills on Hughes Street is a pretty cool one. And his take on hospitality and how you care for people is beautiful. So grab a snack. Here's Delvin. Delvin Wilson, welcome to the Hey Amarillo podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad that you're here. Sure. Let's get started by just where are you from? Where'd you grow up? You an Amarillo boy?
No, I'm from Houston. I was born and reared in Houston.
Okay.
Attended high school, junior high school there. Ended up going to college in Waco, Texas.
Okay.
Texas State Technical College. Okay. And that's where I got into my culinary field. But prior to that, backing up a little bit, as a kid growing up in Houston, I worked for a place called Pier 21, which was a local restaurant there, mainly seafood, lobster, shrimp, steaks, chicken. Man, I tell you what, that was a very fun place to work for your first job. You know, every Friday we had Colonel Sanders, the owner, every Friday. The Zentlers, which is another prominent family in Houston, used to come there every Friday. So, I mean, it was like who's who of Houston used to eat at this place. And it was on Fannin, right there in the medical center district. So that's how I got
What part of Houston is this? Inside the Beltway?
Oh, yeah, inside 610 Loop.
The original Beltway, because now there's a whole nother Beltway. Exactly. 610 Loop, so
downtown
610.
In the medical district. Used to be right across the street from the old Houston Aldous Trading Camp.
Okay. And is that the neighborhood that you lived in or just the neighborhood that you worked in?
That's the neighborhood that I worked in.
Okay. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up on the south side of Houston, back over by Astroworld. Okay, 610 and Fannin. Okay, back over in that area. Okay. So, yeah, it's pretty neat.
Houston's got a great food scene.
They do.
Good food down there.
They do. A lot of good seafood. And that's one of the things I like, you know, being right there off the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, man, in terms of shrimp, snapper, drum, sheephead, croaker, I mean, seafood is hard to beat, you know. So then you have a lot of different influences, too, being close to Louisiana. You know, you have the Cajun influence.
It's great.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So that was so you grew up working in a restaurant.
Grew up working in a restaurant.
Went to Waco. Did you just know that this is what you wanted to do?
Not really.
Okay.
I never thought I'd be cooking for me, to be honest with you. But it's one of those things, the more and more I dug into it, the more and more I kind of liked it, you know, as a youngster. It was very different, very creative. You never did the same thing kind of twice. And then when I got introduced to catering, man, that was a whole nother world because it gave you an opportunity to break the cycle of just being repetitive every day, just doing, you know, just the same thing, you know, in terms of stuffed crab, stuffed shrimp, you know, stuff like that, you know. So that was pretty neat. So first chef I worked for there was a lady by the name of Ruthie Jones, lady chef. And man, she was tough. Strickler. She had a way of doing things. I was like, man, she wanted to deviate from anything. You have to do it this way. Well, later on, I found out why, because of the consistency. You know, you have to be consistent in order to be successful. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and you know, and that's just the standard that she had. So I inherited that early on from her. I didn't know it, but I did. So, but you know, to make a long story short, I ended up getting into it in Waco. Then from there, I came out and I worked for Houston Country Club. Did my internship there.
Oh, neat.
And the chef there, Chef Jones, told me, say, hey, look, I got a friend in West Texas, Midland, Odessa, that needs a chef. And I'm like, where's that? He said, oh, it's in the Panhandle, blah, 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 blah. so on and so forth. So flew in at night. Man, I was like, man, this place is huge. It's big. And it was right at the end of the oil boom. I don't know if you've ever been around the Midland, Odessa area during the oil boom.
I grew up down there.
Yeah,
I
mean,
understand.
money everywhere.
What year was this? Was this been in the 80s?
Yeah, it's in the 80s.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I think right between Midland and Odessa, it was built on a Rolls Royce dealership.
For sure.
It was money down there. So anyway, I ended up taking a job there. There's a place called Mission Dorado, which is now Odessa Country Club.
Okay.
But it's set right off of Fadre Road, right off of 191. That area has exploded.
Yes, it has.
Back when I was there, was nothing there. Many half houses, shopping, movie theaters. I mean, everything there now. But I worked there. The Padres owned it for about the first 5 years. After that, a company by the name of IBF from out of Dallas came in. And basically what those guys did, they went in, they took clubs that were struggling. They buy them for, say, like $1 million.
Country clubs?
Yeah, country clubs.
Yeah.
Fix them up, get everything built up on them. They're trying to sell them for 13, 14 million.
Yeah.
And do that. So they kept it for about maybe another 2 years. And then CCA brought them out, Club Corporation of America. And I hooked up with them. And man, I tell you what, I stayed with CCA for about another 5 years. And Midland Country Club made me an offer, went to work for them. I was there for roughly around about 5 years.
And are you head chef?
Yeah, I was head chef
in these capacities?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of food were you cooking? What were you into?
We were doing a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Everything.
But country club, so like high-end service, yeah?
Oh yeah. We were doing wine dinners.
Yeah.
Cigar dinners, bridge groups. I mean, just a little bit of everything. Weddings, a little bit of everything. So.
Yeah, the 80s in Midland was a whole,
whole
vibe.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was nice. That was very nice too. The Bushes.
That's right.
Yeah. You have Jerry Jones down on the Cowboys. He would come down on occasions.
How fun.
T. Boone Pickens.
Yeah.
So it was a lot.
All the players.
Yes, all the players. So that happened. We had a member guest golf tournament, and one of the guests was like, "Hey, we need a chef. You need to come see us." I was like, "Where you at?" He said, "Amarillo." I said, "Amarillo?" It's like, "Yeah, you need to come up and see us." I was like, "Okay." So on a Monday, I drove up. I was like, "Man, it's green. They have trees. They have grass." So walked in.
I think it's possible that the only place that you would be coming from and calling Amarillo green and with trees is Midland, Odessa.
Well, yeah.
I grew up in Seminole, so just a little bit north of Midland, Odessa.
Okay.
Yeah. And I thought the same thing. I was like, it's not just red dirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, who from Amarillo was the person that brought you up? What restaurant was it?
It was Amarillo Country Club.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So I was in the country club scene the first, maybe 30, 25 years of my career.
Yeah.
It was all country clubs.
Cool.
So I ended up coming here. Michael Kerhan was the GM at the time, and Ray Ketchell was the GM also as well. So that's how I ended up here in Amarillo. So I was here in Amarillo. I did 2 tours of duty here. I was here the first time for roughly about 3 years. I got a job offer in Rogers, Arkansas. A club called Pinnacle Country Club. So I ended up going there, working there.
Then it really is green with trees.
Man, it's beautiful. Man, that place was.
Now, tell me a little bit about, like, how old were you at this time? What was your family? Were you married, single, family, kids?
Yeah. I met my wife down in Midland, Odessa.
Okay, cool.
Met her, Cherie Lopez Wilson. Met her. We have 5 children: Portia, Tyresha, Taj, Jasmine, and Delicia.
5
So
children.
4 girls and 1 boy.
Oh, bless his heart.
Yes. So I met my wife. This was, I was in my Midland, Odessa area. I was in my 20s, 25, 26. When I came up here to Amarillo, I was late 20s, 27, 28, into my 30s.
Then you went out to Arkansas.
Yeah, went to Arkansas. And I was
5 kids?
Yeah,
and
5 kids.
Packed them all up and went to Arkansas.
Packed them up and went to Arkansas. And that's one of the good things I could say about my wife. Man, she was very, very supportive of me during this time, as far as moving. It seemed like we moved around like I was in the military or something.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be the man that I am today. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for her. because each one of those moves was a different experience, especially when you leave Texas and you go to Arkansas, or
Yeah.
Oklahoma, or wherever. You're in a different region, different climate, different flair of food, and I've seen a lot of chefs when they go into places, the first thing they think is, I'm gonna show them what real cooking is about. And they just scrap everything. And when you do that, you put people in the uproar. You know what I mean? And,
Oh, yeah.
and man, I said, man, that's not the way to do it. So my approach on things was I would just let things just run as if the last chef was still there, because most of the staff was intact. And then
Right.
what I would do, I would just really just kind of see what was moving, what wasn't moving. And then at the same time, I would put my specials in place. And whatever that was a big hit, I put a check mark by it. Things that didn't move as good, I would just push it over to the side. And I
Yeah.
would do this for probably about a month or two. And then when I did a revise to the menu, I would say, okay, country club specials, country club favorites. Okay, you have the favorites on there. Then I would introduce the other stuff, and it'll be things that I already did on the special. Yeah, that way it was well received, and you didn't step on too many toes, so to speak.
Well, and I think especially, I think about some of my favorite restaurants in town, when they change the menu, I'm like, well, you should have called me, and then even more so with a club. Because they're paying for this membership. They,
Exactly.
frequent it more, I think, even than, kind of like a regular restaurant. So I bet you there really is a lot of like territory to a menu that, people, if they're going to go and order their plate, you better be making it the way that they like it,
Exactly. So, the people hate change. They really do. So, and once they have something good, it's like, who are you to come in and change it?
Yeah.
But you have to change, So
Sure.
I did that. So
How long were you in Arkansas?
I was in Arkansas for about 4 years.
Okay.
And they ended up coming back to Amarillo.
To Amarillo.
Well, it was a job opening in Dallas. They got a hold of me, country club. It was me and 3 guys. And then it ended up being me and 2 guys. And I said, I think I have a good chance of getting this job. So I set the kids down. They were a lot older then. I said, hey, guys, we might be moving. They said, oh, man, again. I'm like, yeah. I said, but this time I promise you, we won't move anymore. That you guys graduate from school. So you have the Dallas Cowboys, you have Six Flags, blah, 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 blah. They said, we don't want that. We want to go back to Amarillo.
Why did they want that?
I'm
Why did
like-
they want to come back to Amarillo?
When they were here, they were back then they were like 12, 10.
Okay.
They made a lot of friends.
Oh.
And I had one that was in first chair. She was in music. I had one that was running track. They had made a lot of friends. They made a lot of connections here.
Yeah.
And they really liked it. So I was like, wow, Amarillo. They're like, yeah. So
Well, that's lovely.
It was. And that kind of made me open my eyes. I was like, man, I've been a little bit selfish. I grew up, I went to one high school, graduated with my friends, this, that, and the other. So that made me just really sit back and say, okay, if wherever I go, I'm going to have to settle down, put in some roots, and let these guys finish school. There, all of them. So the country club here, Amarillo, found out that I was on the move again. They told me, hey, look, we would like to have you back. And I was like, said, I tell you what, the reason I left is because I didn't have the support. Paying me all the money, not getting the staff under me, it really burnt me out. I said, but if you pay me a decent salary, let me get some help in there and develop them. I said, man, I'll be there until I retire. That's kind of where we're at. I came back, and sure enough, man, I tell you what, 3 years later, we were lockout on the membership to get in. The only way you can get in if somebody died, transferred, or sold their membership. And I tell you what, it was rough. Finding good help is rough, and especially when country clubs, you're off on Mondays. But if you have a golf tournament on a Monday, you open on a Monday.
Okay.
So so things go. So it was going. It was right around the Christmas time. Park Place Towers, BCS. They were in there doing a Christmas party. And it's like, we want to talk to the chef. And so I sent the sous chef out. They said, no, we want to talk to the chef. So I went out and talked to him. They said, look, we're looking for someone. I'm like, okay. They said, come and talk to us. So I went down and talked to him. I just told him, I said, look, I'm a chef. You guys do things out of a box, a can, a package, or a mix. I wouldn't last with you.
Yeah.
I said, I love to cook. I cook from scratch. The guy was like, well, that's the direction we kind of, we want to go in. I'm like, okay. So make a long story short, I ended up taking a job there. And that was Park Place. I was there for 10 and a half years
Wow.
before I started my own business.
And where is that? I don't know.
I'm on 1300 North Hughes here in Amarillo.
No. I mean Park Place.
Park Place.
Oh,
Park
I
Place
know
just-
where Delvin's is. Listen.
Yeah, Park Place just right over here, right on the other side of Baptist Community
Okay.
the church right
Okay.
over here. Tell you what, the best job I ever had. Yeah, it was. Bringing the country club experience to healthcare was something kind of different. But on the other hand, too, most of the membership was living there. So it's almost like a homecoming for me. So when I first got in there, man, I mean, we were doing things, we just kind of changed things slowly, but man, we were doing fillets, lobster, salmon. The holidays, we were doing a Thanksgiving buffet. The families would come out and we would do 500-600 people just on Thanksgiving with the residents that lived there, plus their families. So it was a very, very, very fun place to work. And it just kind of brought things full circle for me, in terms of life, because I'm like, one of these days, I'm going to end up here in this situation. So, to see someone that reared their children up, maybe they had their wedding at their parents' house, took their first steps there, and then to sell it and to move into a facility, you have to give them whatever they want, so to speak. And that's kind of what I got out of it. A lot of them just making a person happy was them having a fried egg or hard-boiled egg. It wasn't that hard. So that was pretty neat. One day I was driving home and I seen this building for sale. And I stopped and inquired about it. And I was like, man, this is doable. I can do this. And I had the realtor come out, sat down, talked about it, ended up buying the building. Kept my job and started doing all of the work on the front end of it, the seating area. But once we turned the corner to do the kitchen and do the grease traps, the drainage, the gas lines, the water lines, all that kind of stuff, I kind of gave them a notice, and then I was more hands-on on that, as far as to see it out. So a lot of that stuff I kind of subcontracted out. So it was a process as well to kind of see that happen, so to go through it. So that was pretty neat. It was pretty nice.
And this is your building and opening Delvin's.
Yes.
Yes, which is a local favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
What year did you open?
2015.
2015.
Yeah, 2015.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to go back to you cooking at Park Place, the nursing facility. I think it was really lovely talking about being able to serve the residents through food.
Right.
I think that food can be like a way to serve people, like a way to love on people. And was that kind of developed through that experience in the nursing home?
Yes, it was. Because a lot of them, that's all they had to look forward to was food. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think also as well, it's just my theory. In order to be in this business, it says food service. You have to have a servant's heart in order to serve other people. And that's very, very important because, a lot of times, you would have, say, Mrs. Smith, her son would probably come out 2-3 times a week to visit her. You might have Ms. Williams to where she may not see anybody for a month. And she would just be staring out into space. And that was one of the things that was, and as a result, she probably was a little distant. Sure. Maybe a little grumpy.
Of course.
And if you really dug in the situation and really went and talked to her to get involved, what would you like to see? What would you like to have a little bit more of? You know what, I would like to have a meatloaf. Okay, I'll make that next week special. And as a result of that, that kind of spent off. We used to do cooking with the chef. So that was an event that I used to do. I would get different residents.
Oh, how
and
cool.
They get their favorite menu recipe. And we would do that, and we would feed the masses with it. Man, they got a kick off of that.
That's so neat.
Yeah, it was neat. And the plan was, after we had so many of them, was to make a cookbook, volume 1, and sell it and have all the proceeds go towards their favorite charity or whatever. So building those relationships and doing those type of things, man, it's just, you really, really see just to make someone happy, like I said, is food. Is to be
Yeah.
food.
It's comforting.
It is very.
It's comfort food, in fact.
Yes, yes.
So what of that did you take into your direction in opening Delvin's?
Wow. Tell you what, a little bit of all of it. At that point, man, I've lived a pretty blessed life in terms of Houston Country Club, River Oaks, Mission Dorado, Midland Country Club, Pinnacle. I worked at some pretty good clubs. So at that point, I had done a lot in the industry. And I had a lot of friends that always told me, if you ever go into business, do not rent, do not lease. You can't own it, don't do it.
Huh.
I asked them, I said, why is that? They said, because if you rent a place or lease a place and you're there and you're successful, the landlord will go up on your rent. And I had one friend, he started off, say, at $500 a month. By the end of that year, this guy was paying $2,500 a month in rent.
That makes sense, though. I mean, if a landlord's sitting there watching you succeed.
Exactly, on one part. So
but you bought the place up on Hughes.
Yes, yes. So when I bought this place, I was like, man, this is meant to be. So I owned the building outright, and I said, well, if it doesn't work, I could always lease it, sell it, or board it up. One of the two.
Still real estate.
Yeah, exactly. I could find a job. I could find a job cooking somewhere. And make it. So. But it all worked out for me. But that same mentality I brought into Delvin's also as well. I'm not after the dollar, so to speak. A lot of people, it's about the money. It's never been about the money for me. It's about the love of the hospitality industry, because if you love what you do, the money will come. I've always felt that way. And also, too, if you make a lot of money, you die, you can't take it with you. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, it's basically, it's like coming into my home, and me cooking for you, just hanging out, or we watching a game or whatever. So that's the type of atmosphere that I wanted. I think that's that kind of atmosphere that I have achieved. Man, I have some great customers. A lot of them are not just customers, they're friends. They've been with me from the beginning, and if it wasn't for that love and that support, I wouldn't be here where I'm at today.
Yeah, you definitely feel that when you walk in, just a sense of family, of community.
Yes. And that's one of the things I wanted to achieve. So many places you go into, man, it's like, wow, if a person is having a bad day, especially going back to country clubs again, you see golfers that will go out and gamble. I mean, they lose their shirt and they come in. I mean, they're hot, they're mad.
Yeah.
So any little thing will set them off. If they had to wait a little bit longer for a hamburger or a steak or whatever, they would take that out on you.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you could really make a person day just by just being nice. Hello, Mr. Smith, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Anything I can get you? Well, whatever. But if you keep going, if you just continue to be nice, eventually you'll break through. It's like, you know what, I'm sorry, man. I took that out on you. I just had a rough day, I'm like, okay, I understand, but I can get you this, So I've always found out that going that extra mile is the best solution. I tell you a story. It was a chef once. This guy, he picked up some friends from the airport. They had a tea time. He brought them back to the club, and he's like, hey, could you make us a couple of BLT sandwiches or something like that? The guy was like, well, we don't do breakfast during the week. The member said, well, I know that. He said, well, I just wanted to get my friend something to eat. He said, well, we don't do breakfast. So you have bacon? He said, yeah. For burgers, right? He said, yeah, but we don't do breakfast. I said, okay. So he went on about his business. 2, 3, 4 months later, they had a changing of the board. This guy was on the board. One of his first business of duty was fired the chef.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. So, so when I got to that, guy, hey, can I have this? I'm like, you know what? I can get it for you, but it's going to be 15 minutes. I'm like, it's okay. I got a tea time. Got to go.
Yeah.
So they would tee off on number 1, which going away from the club.
Okay.
They go to number 2, which was like a part 3 or something. Then they come back up on number 3, which was coming back towards the club. When he was coming back, I had his bag for what he wanted. And you're like,
Nice.
tell me you had to do that. I'm like, I know I didn't, but I figured you wanted it, so I will make it. So it's just little things like that that goes a long ways.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that story. And that is hospitality,
Yes.
is what you're describing.
Yes.
Which is at the basis of the restaurant industry is service and hospitality.
And you'd be surprised how everything now is just quick, fast, go, and it's all about the money. It's all about the dollar. Even to the point to where a lot of places they're serving quantity, but they don't have the quality.
For sure.
But they're charging you as if they give you the quality. So it's just a divide. It's just like the Penglasius or either the catfish that comes from Asia. There's nothing wrong with it. Me personally, I don't like it. The texture, you cook it off, you let it sit for a while, it turns rubbery. I get my catfish from Delta Pride. It's the name of the company from out of Mississippi. It's a United States product.
Nice.
It costs you $6-7 a pound, opposed to the Penglasius costing you $1.50, $1.75 a pound. But a lot of people sell it as catfish. It's not catfish. It is catfish under the Asian word of catfish, but American catfish is not catfish. So I mean, it's just really it's all on what you want, how you're gonna do it, and just to stay consistent.
Yeah.
That is the key right there, the consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the things that I try to do. Try to be consistent. If I'm gonna be consistent bad, I'll be consistent bad.
This episode is sponsored by the Amarillo Art Institute at Arts in the Sunset. If you haven't been, this place is an amazing center for Amarillo's vibrant art scene. They have monthly events, including the First Friday Art Walk, which showcases the artists they have in residence, and they are some incredibly talented people with all sorts of wares and mediums. They also offer classes for children and adults in things like glass blowing, weaving, and pottery. It's super cool. Check them out on Facebook. That's Arts in the Sunset. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh man, my favorite thing to cook, anything, everything.
You like
lamb.
cooking?
I just love to cook.
You like lamb?
Oh, I love lamb.
Love lamb.
Yeah, I love lamb. I do.
I
love
do
lamb.
too.
Yeah, I love lamb. You can't go wrong with lamb. But whether it's the lamb chops, whether it's the lamb loin, I mean, you just can't go wrong with lamb.
I love lamb.
But yeah, I just.
Your ribs are a pretty big deal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about that. You
Wow.
Texas Monthly awarded you?
Yeah, Texas Monthly. Made the Texas Monthly magazine.
For best ribs in the state, right?
Best ribs. Man, couldn't believe it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And I couldn't believe it. Ribs is like anything else. You have different grades of meats.
Are we talking about pork or beef ribs?
Pork ribs.
Pork ribs, okay.
Pork ribs, Now, you have what they call a small, you have a medium, and you have a large. Your small is going to be the rib that's, it comes and it tapers off real bad. Your medium is kind of stay pretty much the same side. These are spare rib, like St. Louis cut, or the baby back kind of cut, but the spare rib.
Okay.
Man, these mediums, they're nice. They're nice grade. They're nice thick rib, but you're going to pay a premium for them because you're getting a select product. You know what I'm saying, for that. So that's one of the things that I do. That's one of the things I never shied away from, even during COVID. I kept everything consistent. I kept everything the same. But man, I go through, 7, 8, 9 cases of ribs a week.
I bet you do.
Yeah. I mean, I can't keep ribs. But
are you still like manning the grill at Delvin's?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do.
How many people do you have on staff?
Right now, around about 7.
That's
8.
all.
That's it.
Wow. Y'all crank out a lot of food out of that kitchen.
We do. It's been a blessing and it's been a curse. I've been doing this for over 45 years, believe it or not. But like I said earlier, I've done just about everything that I want to do in this business, and I'm to the point in my life to where I think if I wasn't doing this, I would be in food, some kind of capacity, some way. But I kind of want to get from front of the scenes to really kind of behind the scenes now, but I'm talking about really behind and let my kids take it over.
Oh, really?
That's where I'm at. Yeah. So, and then whatever
Are
I
they
have,
cooks?
they do. Some of them
Nice.
do. Now, my girls, they say, well, Daddy, I want to learn how to smoke, but I thought I did because I don't want that smell in my hair. Well, it's part of it.
It is a strong smell. I get that. Your son, is he a chef?
My son is a chef. He was working with me. He's doing something different now. One of the negative things of this business, especially being a small business owner,
Yeah.
when I was working for corporate America, they provided you with good benefits, insurance,
That's right.
things of that nature. And that's one of the things that lure you, especially when you're a family man
Yep.
and you have kids, you have to provide insurance for them. Well, when you go independent, you go for yourself, you kind of have to give some things away. And that's kind of one of the things that I wish that I could do is provide insurance for my employees, but I'm not there yet. And he's a young man coming up. He has 2 children, so he needs to provide insurance for his family. So he had to get him another job, and I understand that. But on occasions, he comes in and he helps me out.
Nice.
So that's good. So
I want to talk, Delvin, about the service that your restaurant provides your neighborhood and your community.
we do a little bit of everything from dinners for families for after funeral services to community things as far as the Juneteenth. Every year we do things for the massive in terms of either hot dogs, hamburgers, that route. We also do things for PD. We do things for River Road High School, Tascosa High School, the Booster Clubs, in terms of sponsorships, the golf team, basketball team, the football team. So it just doesn't stop at one sport. We do a little bit of everything. I also do a mentorship also as well. Before they opened Amtech up, students had a Pele program where I would get kids from out of the cooking part of the school, and they would come work for me for a grade.
Cool.
So a lot of them would figure out, I would just tell them, look, this is the way the industry is. This is what you're going to have to deal with, so on and so forth. And if you really want to pursue this, these are going to be the hours you're going to have to work.
Yeah.
So a lot of them got that firsthand. And as a result of that, I got about probably 4 kids now that are sous chefs or either pastry chefs or chefs now doing their own thing, and they got their start right from me. That's right here from the Panhandle.
How perfect.
And I really love that because it gave them that outlet and that opportunity to really see the industry at its best versus, thinking it was going to be a piece of cake and you're just going to get all the money and have all the time off. You really don't. So that really, really helped. And
I mean, that is like the ideal grow your own story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you better believe it. Yeah, I wish I'd have had something like that when I was coming up.
Right.
To really get into. So Amtech, man, they do a great thing out there.
Cool.
They really do in terms of the big catering events, the kids, the cooking, the things of that nature too. So, and that's just very, very, very important to have.
Yeah.
It really is.
North Heights is a traditionally underserved community in Amarillo. How do you think about that? How do you think about where your network through Delvin's, the community and culture that you bring to that area, provides for or helps the structure and the backbone of North Heights?
A lot of people that probably wouldn't venture over to the north side, Delvin gives them an opportunity to come over to the north side. So the stigma that they probably had about venturing out over there, maybe the experience with me would change that. But it also, too, is a gathering place, when it comes around to election time, getting information out to the community. That's something that's pretty neat also as well. But it definitely brings a lot of people together from different genres and just different walks. There's nothing, when I first started this, people were like, man, you sure you know what you're doing? I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's open up a restaurant.
It's cooking, yeah.
It's cooking.
It's what you're good at.
And like, man, I don't know about that, man. Where you at, so on and so forth. But you look at it, there's nothing over there. I'm the only restaurant on the street other than a church. You got a couple stores. You have a barbershop. Before it's food, I had an instructor a long time ago tell me, man, if you got good food, I don't care where you at, You be on top of a hill. If it's good, they're gonna come and find you. So it kind of always stuck with me, and it is so very true. So it is a gathering place for a lot of different things. To make a long story short, and I'm not blowing my horn, but I believe in karma. I had a young lady once come and say, "Hey, I would like to do a dinner to raise money." I'm like, raise money for what? She said, well, lost a loved one. We're trying to raise money to bury him. I was like, wow. It's like, okay. I said, well, I tell you what, how much money you trying to get? How much money you trying to raise? She told me. I ended up just giving it to her. Yeah. And letting her do a deal to help out.
Right.
We help in that route. I mean, it's the first time I ever said that. And I don't want to say it because if you're saying it, you're not doing it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? So it's just something that we do. We help in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? Coat drives, the kids.
Oh, yeah.
We team up with a lot of different people. They do the braids for face, cutting hair. We provide the food for the kids as well. So all of that intertwines and kind of comes together, in terms of just doing things for the community.
I love thinking about that as your restaurant being a bridge to kind of the wider Amarillo population, and maybe breaking down some preconceived ideas about what it's like to, God forbid, get in your car and drive north, right?
Right. Yeah, it's not that it's not that bad. I think one of the things that really, from times, kind of amazes me is, I guess it's like, we're going over into the neighborhood, so therefore we're going to get something cheap. I'm not going to say that I'm not expensive. A lot of people tell me that I am, but a lot of people also tell me that I'm too cheap. And the reason why they say that is because of the quality that you're putting out. I said, well, thank you on that. So there again, it goes, like I said, everything that I buy, I try to buy the best cuts of, whether it be brisket, whether it be pork, whether it be chicken, whether it be fish.
Yeah, your catfish.
That's my background. I am a chef, not a cook. So I believe in quality. If you put quality out, you get quality back. So you might come over on the north side. You might pay the same prices on the north side with me that you would pay on the south side somewhere else. But you know what? I'm just as good, sometimes maybe better than what you would get on the south side. But
I mean, Texas Monthly says best ribs in the state, so there's no, it's not knocking that.
Yeah.
It's you guys put out some amazing food. Yeah. Also, Delvin, you've talked about being a gathering place, and I think that is like naturally, that is cooking. I mean, it's you think about a dining room table, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that's what your restaurant feels like, is like it's gathering.
Yes, feed the soul.
Absolutely.
Feed the soul. Yes, ma'am.
What do you see in Delvin's future? Delvin's the restaurant first, and then I'll ask you.
Wow. God willing, you continue to bless me. I would like to be there another 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
In the end, I would love to see my kids, my grandkids, take what I've started and continue it. That's what I would like to see.
Yeah.
Whether it happens or not, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. And for you?
For me, I'm a simple guy. Doesn't take too much to make me happy. My thing is, I would love to travel and see different parts of the world and eat some good food. That's my thing. I'm the kind of guy, I base my travel off of restaurants, what time they open, what time they close. And I don't look for the chain restaurant. I look for the hole in the wall.
Of course.
The mom and pa's. You know what I'm saying? That's the best. That's what I would love to do. I would love to travel and eat some good food and put a pole in the water and catch some fish. That's about it.
Amen.
That's about it.
If you're starting or growing a small business and need some cash, let me tell you about Amarillo Venture Capital. They are a Hey Amarillo sponsor. They're locally owned, and what makes them different is they don't just invest in businesses. They invest in people. Whether you need $5,000 or $50,000, they offer flexible, asset-based loans, often with funding in a week or less. And it's not just the money. They can connect you with their local network of legal, accounting, and business resources to help you succeed. Check them out at amarilloventurecapital.com. Okay, I'm back with Delvin Wilson. Delvin, this is the part of the show I call 8 Straight. I've got 8 pretty basic questions for you. You can answer them however you want.
Okay.
All right. When you think of Amarillo 10 years from now, what do you hope for?
I hope for less construction on the roads and a little bit more development on the north side.
Mm-hmm. It struck me when you were talking a minute ago about you're the only restaurant on the road. It's part of the problem, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Those small business owners need more incentive
Exactly.
to open up on the north side.
Right.
For sure. Other than wind, what does this area have too much of?
Flies and coffee shops.
Flies right now.
Yes.
This is the week, like
They're
the last
bad.
2 weeks, the flies have come out.
They're horrible.
Yep.
And where they're coming from, I don't know. But man, I tell you what, it's bad.
I get it. You said flies in coffee shops. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you not a coffee drinker?
I am. I
You
love
just
coffee.
too many coffee shops.
A lot of them. I mean, variety is good. Choices are good. But
Yeah.
man, they have a lot of them.
It is a lot of coffee shops
Yeah.
in this town.
Yeah.
What does this area not have enough of?
Entertainment venues. I tell you what, now from the wedding side of it, from the catering side of it, Amarillo, hands down, I think beat anybody. We have some bad venues around here for weddings. I mean, beautiful. I mean, they have places that I'm like, wow, where did this come from? I never knew this existed.
Yeah.
I mean, not only just here, but I mean, you go down towards Canadian. I mean, anywhere you go anywhere. I mean, it's some nice venues. But entertainment-wise, we just don't have that much of it. I mean, everybody goes to Lubbock. They kind of bypass
Oklahoma
us.
City.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you look at the amount of talent that comes off of I-40, man, we can catch some of that stuff. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite local building?
I would say the Santa Fe and the Fritz. Yeah.
Beautiful. Local restaurant. You can't say Delvin's.
No, I can't. I love them all. But I'm going to have to say Thai Garden and Chicken Coop.
Nice. Chicken Coop. I don't know that one.
It's a food truck.
Oh.
And they sell fried chicken wings and fried okra. Very, very good.
Nice. Where do they set up?
A little bit of everywhere.
Okay,
You have to
cool.
go on their web page and catch them. They kind of move
They run
on
around, so
Facebook.
probably find them
Yeah.
on Facebook. Nice. Chicken Coop. How do you describe Amarillo to people outside the area?
Good place to raise a family and a very giving community.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Big time.
agree. What's the most underrated aspect of living here?
The climate. You can't beat the climate here. And also the quality of golf courses.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man, I think we have some of the best golf courses probably in the state. You know, as far as Ross Rogers, Comanche. There again, you go to Hidden Hills and Pampa. You have some great courses here.
Do you golf?
Oh, yeah. Used to.
Yeah.
You know, but
You spent some time on a country club.
yeah, exactly. Haven't golfed in a while. Just been
Yeah,
kinda
I've just
tied up.
recently learned that our municipal courses
They're ranked.
are like the best in the
You
state.
better
They
believe it.
consistently
Yes.
rank
Yes.
the best in the state.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
They are. I mean, these guys do an awesome job.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful courses. Very nice. So
What's your favorite course in town?
I would have to say Ross Rogers.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep.
They do. Right up the street from me. I have to say Ross. You know, they redid Wild Horse. They redid the East Side. I tell you what, those guys did an awesome job with it. Horse reading the greens. You know, the big tournament we just had here, the championship.
Oh, yeah. What did they just? I'm not a golfer, but
Yeah.
they just had like a big one. I can't remember what it's called.
So, I mean, man, it's a big thing. They do, I think, a couple of days at the country club, a couple of days at La Paloma, Tascosa. Then they go to both musical courses, Ross and Arrowhead.
Yeah.
Comanche Trails.
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah. So,
remember
yeah, you do a
either.
good job. Yeah. So
Nice.
I would say that
Yeah, cool. When was the last time you went out to Paladora Canyon?
last year.
Last year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Beautiful out there. When I was here the first time, and I moved away, people were like, oh, yeah, man, we just came from Paladora Canyon, man, beautiful place, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I was just there, I never went. So when I came back, I went there, and man, they're definitely right. beautiful. I mean, the different shades of the dirt, the layers, the streams, the water. I mean, it's really nice. The wildlife is beautiful. A lot of history there as well.
Yes, there is.
It really is. Yeah. So really, really fell in love with it.
I do too.
Yep.
All right, that concludes 8 Straight. I like to end, Delvin, by asking my guests to endorse something. So if there's something that our listeners haven't tried, don't know about, you would suggest that they spend their time doing or going to, what would that be?
Endorse. I'm going to go the endorse way. This is something that I really like. Martha's Home, Faith City Mission, Another Chance House, Salvation Army, for the homeless, people with mental illness. I think the city goes above and beyond to really reach out and help that community. And then with them building a new state hospital here, I think that's going to move mountains, because a lot of it is people look at the negative as far as the drugs, but they do the drugs to cope with the pain or the voices. Yeah. So hopefully that could really get some people some help and get them to where they can turn and maybe have a better quality of life. There again, a lot of these places I just called Martha's Home, Faith City Mission, Salvation Army, a lot of them do fundraisers. And man, I tell you what, the city always go above and beyond to raise money and to contribute money towards these events. So to me, that's big, because cities, you go to a lot of places, Dallas, Houston, Austin, they don't do what small Amarillo does in terms of that. And that to me means a lot. It goes a long ways. I just recently did a wedding down in Odessa, and I had a little extra food, and I asked one of the police officers that was doing the security there, I said, hey, do you have a battered women's and children's shelter or Salvation Army where I could take this food and donate it? He's like, well, we don't have anything like that. Like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like, no. I'm like, okay. I said, all right. I said, man, I hated to throw it away. So I just got on the phone and just did some calling and found out that the Salvation Army had a shelter. It closed at a certain point for letting people in. I took the food and donated it to them. Yeah. So, it just makes you really open up and look, and you'd be surprised how many people have changed their lives or made a change in their lives by not having a handout, but just getting that help. I just think that's just an awesome thing to do. So it's just something that's near and dear to my heart, and something that I'll always be a part of as far as helping these type of organizations out, donating my time or whatever, too. So.
Delvin, thank you so much. Thank you for cooking some really good food in our city, and more broadly, the impact that your restaurant and your service has had.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Get ready for more electrifying music from the Amarillo Symphony. In October, they'll be performing the very dramatic piece that we've all heard in the movies called Symphonie Fantastique, and will also feature the Lubbock native Fiona Shea on violin. In November, they'll take us on a cosmic journey with Holst's The Planets, with singers from WT and Canyon High School, followed in December by the beloved Happy Holiday Pops concerts featuring Annika Spalding from the Little Theater. With performances throughout the year, there's always an exciting experience waiting for you. Don't miss a single note. Visit amarillosymphony.org for tickets. And that concludes this episode. Thanks so much to Delvin for the interview. Thank you to the Amarillo Art Institute, Venture Capital, and the Amarillo Symphony for supporting the podcast, and to Angelina Marie for editing it every week. Executive producers on this episode are Jim and Barbara Witten. And thank you for listening. This has been episode 419 of Hey Amarillo. My name's Skylar Gallup, and I hope you'll come back next week.